All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 704 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, we talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. It is Monday, 11/13/2023. I don't want to hold you guys up too long tonight. I really don't, or this evening, or when I do these recordings. I do appreciate you guys for coming through and listening. I do appreciate you guys supporting and everything under that umbrella, but I can't lie. It's frustrating. It is very frustrating watching these two teams. We're going to talk about that briefly. Like I said, this may be a shorter episode than others. I try to go between 10 and 15 minutes. This one may be an 8-minute, maybe 9-minute episode. So like I said, I don't want to keep you guys this time, but we're just going to get to the topic. So if this is your first time here, welcome. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. I can be found on X at VF Baller, and the website is firstandframerates.com. If you want to support the show in any monetary fashion, the links are down below, the Cash App and the PayPal links. I really appreciate it if you want to support. We're close to 1,500 subs on YouTube, and we are looking really good on the podcast side of things. I can't thank you guys enough. Thanks for the support. Let's get right into this. Like I said, I don't want to be too long, but watching Georgia Southern lose to Marshall, we still have something to fight for there. I mean, we're 6-4. We have a very high chance of winning 7 games this year, and that will go beyond the total of last year. And that is really cool. Hopefully that we can win out and we end up being 8-4, which is very good. And there's a possibility that we could do that. We are going to be playing against Old Dominion, and we also play Appalachian State. Now, both teams are those are winnable games. Even when you go up to Boone, North Carolina, they're winnable games. But we're going to have to make some things happen on offense. I mean, we need some explosiveness on offense, like we are, like this team has become to be. Even with the last few games, we haven't really been like that. But if we can get the output that we got against, let's say, Ball State, or when we play Georgia State, we're going to beat these next two teams. But the frustrating part is the fact that mainly the frustrating part about the Georgia Southern Eagles is the fact that we did lose to Marshall. You look at the other games, the Texas State game, we got ran off the field. James Madison got ran off the field. We should have beat Wisconsin, but you see what happened with the quarterback play. Those 3 games, a lot of people said that we was going to have trouble with. We thought it was going to go 9-3, all is well. But when we lost to Marshall, and the way we lost to Marshall, a lot of things started to look pretty dire. A lot of things, people were pointing fingers at the coach, Ryan Ellis, the offense in general. The defense only could do but so much. And and I get it. You want to be the team to put up 40 points every time you go out there, and we're capable of doing that. But it just has to be done on a level where it is fast, is consistent, and we wear the other team down to make them want to quit. And we haven't done that, pretty much since the Georgia State game. And I thought we was going to be able to do that against Texas State. I thought it was going to be like a big shootout, and it wasn't. So, like I said, even with Marshall, we definitely should have did that against Marshall. We had no business losing to that team. That team really didn't have that much offense, and we just let that one go. So, yes, it is very frustrating to watch Georgia Southern go through that. But we got something to fight for. With that being said, the next 5 minutes, I'm about to talk about the Falcons, and this is really the frustrating part about things. You lose to Arizona, and the way you lose to Arizona is so it makes you angry, because when you look at the way this team is played, it seems like the offense cannot get out of its way. It seems like the offense can't even get going. We threw the ball for 70 yards this past game. Yes, albeit we were still in the midst of the game and we only lost by 2, but still, it's really frustrating. And then you sit here and then you watch what Desmond Ridder does when he comes out on the field. When that happens, then you start to think, well, damn, does Desmond Ridder, do we get a second chance to be the long-term solution? Or what's going on with the coaching staff? Is the coaching staff really the problem? Or what about the defense? Is the defense really letting us down? It is so many avenues you can go. You can point the blame in any direction when it comes to the Falcons. That's what makes it extremely frustrating, because you know what's going on with Georgia Southern. You know the defense is going to do what they can to show up. That's not a problem. But the thing about it is the Georgia Southern offense has to sustain drives. Kind of similar to what's going on with the Falcons. The problem with the Falcons is not just these guys are, sustaining drives. They're not calling the right plays. Even when they gave us a dose of the running game, they couldn't balance it with the offensive passing. They couldn't do that. You need a balance to win these games. I mean, these are the things that you are pretty much beholden to when you run an offense. You just can't be one-sided. I mean, even the top elite teams they're not that pass happy. They do mix it with the run a little bit. And even with the run first teams, they had a little bit of passing there. I mean, we need to start averaging at least 200 yards passing the game. We do that, we're unbeatable. Now, that's just the offense side. Defensively, yes, you got a couple of players. I know a lot of people talk about Richie Grant. Richie Grant is an issue, and Richie Grant needs to, tighten it up, or they need to put Helms in. And Richie Grant's been getting beat all over the place. He has a few good plays this season, but he's been getting beat all over the place. So that's the glaring hole on defense. I love how the way Nate Landman has been playing. I don't need to speak on him too much. But then again, when you get all this, you saw the special teams kind of act up a little bit the last few times this season, or the last few games, I would say. And then you look at the defense can't tackle late because they're tired, or they just having a problem tackling in general. But then again, you look at the coaching staff. I mean, what are they doing? Who's calling plays? Who's doing what? It is just frustrating all the way around. And I don't know what the Falcons are going to do. I just saw some stat on Twitter. It said that they had to go like 5-2 to make the playoffs. I want to have hope, man. Like, seriously, I want to have hope. I want to say these guys could do it, but I mean, 5-2, and you look at this, you look at the record, man. I mean, you look at the teams that have to play: Saints, Jets, Bucks, Panthers, Colts, Browns, and Saints again. I can see them possibly winning 3, maybe 4 of those games, and that's pushing it. So 4-3, that may not be enough to get there. But every time when I say something, they always fall short. So it's just frustrating because this team is so talented. It really is. So I don't know where to go at from there. Georgia Southern got a chance to go ahead and win these next few games. They're very capable, but I'm not sure about the Falcons, and this is what makes it frustrating. It is so frustrating on all ends. I don't want to go round robin and say this all over again or say it in a different way. Hopefully I got my point across and you guys understand where I'm coming from. So if you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this podcast, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys think about what I just said. I can be found on YouTube and Rumble, also on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. I can be found on Twitter, so you can follow me over there on Twitter or X at VFBaller. CashApp and PayPal links are down below, and you can find all that stuff on the website at firstandframerates.com. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday, man. I'll be back with a more upbeat episode tomorrow because we got to beat Old Dominion. Hell Southern. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Peace.